Hello and welcome to anyone and everyone who's decided to watch this video. And today, more Sonic Free. Finally got some more Sonic Free toys. As you can see here, we got the Action 4-pack as it's called, giving us all of Team Sonic as well as good old Shadow over there in the corner. And I wanted this because, well, 3 of these 4 figures are unique and the non-unique one is, well, not out yet, single-carded, because he's a Wave 2 figure. So, we're just gonna quickly, or as quick as I can, go over these 4 guys, and we will start with my favorite guy here, Tails. And obviously you can see the difference. This is an angry Tails. He's angry, he's really mad about something. He's a Tails that's ready for battle, as opposed to cool Tails. I'm as happy as can be from the single-carded version. And yeah, that is about it between the two of them. Just the face. It's basically the same figure overall. It's got all the butterflies and shoulder hinges, elbow hinges, ball-jointed wrists, the knees that are really tight, and ankle tilts and stuffs. And he still has the really well-articulated tails, but he still has the thing where it is a bit awkward to get into a good position of him actually standing with the tails, because they don't sit too far on the ground with their default position, so you gotta mess around and come up with some different ways, because they're still a bit too heavy for him, so he's usually going to be leaning forward. But if you liked Happy Tails, you'll probably like Angie Tails. So yeah, you got Angie Tails, he's a cute little fox boy, and now he's Angie. Now we will talk about Knuckles, the big man, and wow, he is hefty. I mean, we all know Knuckles is bigger in the movies. Honestly, probably the coolest looking Knuckles is movie Knuckles, taking those Sonic Boom influences, because Boom Knuckles was glorious. Tell me I'm wrong. I'm not. And yeah, and he's honestly a very solid figure. Maybe the best figure in the whole Sonic Free line. He's got all the same crazy posability they've been doing with these Sonic Free figures. You can open the hands. Obviously, his head, as usual, doesn't get that much movement because of the dreadlocks. And if we put in a picture here of the upcoming single-carded version, they are seemingly exactly the same. So if you get this 4-pack, you will have no reason to get a single-carded Knuckles unless you're a die-hard Knuckles fan. Or if you're like me, and your Knuckles has this weird thing going on with the shoulder, where it's not in all the way. Like, it's not pushed in on the peg properly. And I've tried pushing it back in, it doesn't really stay, and you can see, I don't think it's hard to see as well on the camera. There's definitely some stressing going on there because of his misassembly. So that is very, very upsetting. I am not pleased with that. But I bet when I get a single-carded Knuckles that hopefully has no messed up shoulders and is assembled all properly, he will be the best figure in the line, because I'm really liking him. I'm liking this chunky Knuckles boy. Chunky Knuckles boy. And yeah, he's just a big, chunky, super articulated Knuckles figure. And I like it. And look at how much bigger he is than the 4-inch Knuckles we got for Sonic 2. Like, some serious never talk to me or my son again energy right here. And Happy Tails just fell over. So Sonic, yeah, he's got lights on him, so he can flash, and his lights are really bright. Like, it's better here when the lights are on, but if you're one of those people who likes to turn off the lights for your light up glowy figures, like he shines extremely bright, like he could hurt your eyes kind of bright. And all these clear pieces that are going through his quills to give him that light up effect do honestly look really weird. Like, they didn't look as bizarre in the photos, but in a way they're almost a little disturbing on him. And that's kind of upsetting, because I think the idea of this figure is really cool, like, especially because you can see even his eyes get the light up effect too in there, just like in the movie. So I think it's a really good idea to emulate it, and the light also has a harder time traveling to his bottom quills. It's mostly just collected up here in the top, and it is bleeding through the plastic as well, which is a little upsetting. But I at least appreciate the idea, and he is basically got the arms and legs of this Sonic, the single-carded Sonic, just with the new torso and head for the gimmick, so he doesn't have the waist articulation, and his head does rotate, but that's it, as opposed to this one that can kind of look up and down and stuff. And my copy of Light Up Sonic is a lot looser in the arms and legs than my single-carded Sonic. And the face is different for this new head, and it's a lot more like the old Sonic 2 toy, as opposed to the single-carded one, which I feel is more true to movie Sonic's look. It's like the Sonic 2 toy is very Game Sonic-y, kinda, not 100%, and then this is like a halfway between this and the actual movie, whereas this one is like proper movie Sonic if you ignore the bad paint on his lip. So that is a little interesting. I do wonder why they chose to just reuse this face for this toy. But, like, it's a decent version of Sonic. Like, and I pointed out how single-carded Sonic also has clear pieces, despite not having a light-up gimmick, but his clear pieces look very different and better than this one does. So, still very weird that this one even has the clear pieces. And in some ways, I think I do have to give it to the single-carded version of Sonic, but I appreciate the novelty of light-up Sonic over here, being a big light-up boy. And yeah, blue guy that movie's named after, he's alright. Not the star of the wave by any means, though. Now, we gotta talk about the other hedgehog, Mr. Edgy the Hedgy himself, Shadow. And I brought up in my review of the standard figures how I didn't bother to hunt down a Wave 1 Shadow because I figured this was all I needed, and honestly, probably is. Maybe I might circle around and get a regular Shadow at some point, but I love this one. He looks so good in every way. A way better head sculpt than Sonic. I think you can't really see the clear parts. Like, they blend in to his black fur clearly way better than the blue on Sonic. And they actually painted the ones here on his red, although at certain angles they can kinda get some shine through them. And if we turn on his glow, yeah, it's a much darker glow than Sonic's, probably because of it being a red light instead of a blue light, but it just looks so nice, and it has the same problem where it doesn't go to the bottom bits as well, but I just think it's distributed throughout him a lot better with the placement of the clear parts. And look at his eyes just glowing like that. Oh, it looks so good. I really like this Shadow. I really like him a lot. And He's got all the same crazy posability. He can do his things and poses. And if you had the single carded version, you would have waist and a bit of more neck in place of the light up gimmick. But I like it. I like the lights. And you can change the lights out. The instructions do show how, just basically by unscrewing that. And honestly, I don't need the waist articulation. I'm not the biggest articulation guy. I don't think articulation automatically makes a toy good, even though I do love all the posability these Sonic figures have, admittedly. But I don't know. I think this is a great Shadow. He definitely fills my need for a Sonic-free Shadow toy, but like all the toy photography I see in certain groups of the single-carded Shadow does kind of tempt me, I will admit. But I do like my light-up boy here. And the only thing that's kind of weird to me are his ears. They're very, very polygonal, very sunken in. That is the one thing about him that is a bit odd to me, because Sonic kind of has that too, but his feel a little bit more organic. So I don't know why Shadows are so sunken in. That's probably the biggest turnoff for me, but I really like him. Shadow and Knuckles, if he did not have the problem on mine with the assembly, which most of them will not, are definitely the reasons to get this box set. Tails and Sonic are appreciated, but I'd probably give it to their single-carded counterparts more. And just to finish things off, we will bring in Eggman just to show them all off together. Show off every character in this line, because they probably won't be giving us any Stones or Toms or Maddies. So these 5 are probably the only characters we're ever going to get, and get some variants of them. It'd be cool if we got some of the other characters, but I doubt it. So this is basically a whole Sonic free collection if you're only needing one of every character right here. So I definitely think this 4-pack is worth it. And something I gotta bring up before I end the video, because I almost forgot, the box has a fun little backdrop of Tokyo. And why am I bringing this up? Because there's holes in here that were for try me buttons of Sonic and Shadow. And well, I was confused because I was going in there to press the buttons and they weren't working, and I was like, oh no, did they send me defective ones? I got the set online. Well, you can kind of see there's a slit back there in the Tokyo, and there's another slit right here in the box, and there is where these wires, well, I guess wire wouldn't really be the correct term, it would be, I don't know, a plastic sheet, and these were just stuck in there behind the quills. Let's see if I can get it back in there fully again. It's basically a stopper to stop the circuit. I don't think I can get it in there properly. Maybe I have. No, I am not. Shadow is still lighting up. The point is, these were in there to make sure they weren't wasting their battery life while sitting in a shipping crate, which was interesting to see. Like, this is clearly how they show up at a Target store, because that's where I ordered these. It's a Target exclusive 4-pack, so the employees, when stocking the shelves, got to pull these out. I just think that's interesting packaging design, very intuitive, to save on energy in those batteries while still giving these guys a try me feature. It's just a neat little fun fact. Okay, I've been rambling on enough. So, thank you all for watching. See you guys around.
Hey everyone, this is Tails, here to say that I hope you enjoyed the video, and that if you want more fun from us, then you should consider subscribing to the channel. I'd really appreciate it, and thank you!